Dear students, welcome to Protective Relay and Servicing Lab for the 5th semester, Electrical and Electronics Engineering. So in this session, we are going to discuss about the experiment has to be conducted on the automatic water level controller. So we need to identify the external connections to the water level controller and sensors, how we are going to connect the sensor with the controller circuit, and later troubleshoot and suggest the suitable remedies for the automatic water level controller. So hence begin with the aim of the experiment, that is to identify the external connections, wire up the level sensors and test the operation of electronic water level controller. So here we need to identify the external connections with my controller to the water level sensors. So later on we need to troubleshoot and suggest the suitable remedies for the water level controller. So this is the aim of the experiment. So let us begin with the what do you mean by automatic water level controller. So automatic water level controller, it is a controller circuit which is going to be used for both overhead and underground tanks. Is designed to monitor the level of water in a tank. So it can be used for both overhead and underground tank to monitor the level of the water in the tank. So the water level should be whether low, medium or high. According to that, then the motor is going to be turning on and off. It displays the level of water, and when it is at the lowest level, then pump is activated automatically to refill the tank. So when the water level comes down below the some certain level, then the water pump is going to be on and the water starts filling in the tank. It might be overhead tank or it might be underground tank. When the tank is filled to its maximum capacity, that is low, medium and high capacity, when it reaches to high capacity, then pump is automatically de-energized. Pump is going to be deactivated, or the pump is going to be disconnected with the supply main, so that the water is not going to be coming to the pump to the my tank. It might be overhead or underground tanks. So the water level control controls, monitor and maintain the water level in the overhead as well as the underground tank, so that ensures the continuous flow of water around the clock without the stress of going to switch the pump on or off, thereby saving time, energy, water and prevent the pump from overworking. So here what exactly is going to do is that, so this automatic water level is going to sense the water level whether it is a low, medium or high. According to that one, the water pump is going to be turning on and off, so that we no need to go to the turn on and turn off whenever water level is low and high. So saving our time as well as energy, so as well as saving the water. So where is the water scarcity is more, where we are going to use the automatic water level control. Otherwise what happens, when you don't see, when the water is completely filled, then the water can be overflow. So at that time we need to take care of when the water level is completely on the maximum side or it is going to be filled with a tank, then the motor will automatically shut down. The sensor unit is responsible for sensing the level of water and transfer the current position of the water to the microcontroller. So sensors plays a very important role over here. So it is a unit which is responsible for sensing the level of water, whether it is a low, medium and high. So it's going to send the signal or current position of the water to the microcontroller. So according to that one, our microcontroller will take care the action whether motor has to be turn on or turn off. The display unit in the circuit is used to physically show the current position of the water in the tank. So the operator may see that on the display whether what is the condition of the or what is the level of water in the tank through the sensors. So what are the apparatus required for this experiment are? So usually we need a water level controller kit, a float sensors which are going to use to sense the water level or water level indicators for a low, medium and high, or you can use for low and high only. And we need a single phase induction pump motor to lift the water from sump to tank, over a tank. And we need a water tank to fill the water, and we need a connecting wires as per the requirement. So what are the tools required for this equipment is that, as we know that, to troubleshoot and find out the solution for the problem and give suitable remedies, we need a testing lamp, that is a continuity tester or a series test lamp, cutting plier, screwdriver. Okay, so apart from that one, so this is a block diagram of the our automatic water level controller. You can see over here. So this is the block diagram for microcontroller, which is going to be used for the controller for the automatic water level controller. So here we are using the 8051 microcontroller, where we are going to using the power supply for this microcontroller is a 5 volts. So from that 5 volt I am getting from the single phase AC supply, so that I am going to just use the transformer, which is a step down transformer, which is going to reduce the voltage to 12 volts or 5 volts, so which can be rectified to converting AC to DC, and by the rectified voltage it can be regulated so that a constant voltage can be given to my microcontroller for the proper functioning of the microcontroller. So there is a LCD display which shows the current position of the water level in the tank, whether low, medium or high, and as well as it shows that what is the position of the motor, whether it is on or off. So apart from that, there are two sensors which are going to be connected to the microcontroller, that is a upper tank float sensors and lower tank float sensors. So upper tank float sensor is going to be connected to the our overhead tank, which is going to be give rise the condition of the water, whether low, medium or high, and the lower tank float sensors are connected to the my sump, where what is the condition or what is the level of water in the sump, whether low, medium or high. So according to the condition of the water level on the both tanks, the motor is going to be turned on and turned off. So for example, if the water level in the upper tank comes to the below the low level, then the microcontroller will send the signals to the relay. So the relay will send the signal to the water pump to turn on the water pump, so that the supply is going to the motor pump and the water is going to be lifting from water to the lower tank to the upper tank. Once the water level reaches to the maximum level in the upper tank, then again the microcontroller will send signals to the relay, and relay will disconnect the supply mains to the water pump, so that the water is not going to be lifting from lower tank to upper tank. This is how the microcontroller is going to control the water level in the both lower tank and upper tank. So this is the connection diagram for the microcontroller, where you can see that there are 12 pins are there. So first two pins, 1 and 2 pins, are going to connect to the single phase AC supply. There is a phase and neutral, and next 4 terminals are connected to the my sump sensors. 3 sump sensors are there. One is for a low sensor, one is going to be indicate the medium sensor, one is going to give us the signal to the high sensors, and one is for the common wire. So similarly, another next 4 terminals is connected to the tank sensors. So one is for the high, one is for the medium, and one is for the low, and next one is the last one is the common wire. So last 2 terminals are connected to the motor. It is a phase and neutral, so that according to the conditions or what is the level of the water in the tank as well as the sump, my motor is going to be turn on and turn off, and it can be operated by the automatically or manually by the switching the automatic and manual control. So there is a power on button which indicates that the controller is in working conditions. So next is what are the troubles which are going to face, or what are the possible troubles which are going to occur, or what are the possible faults which are going to occur in the my automatic water level controllers. A few which are listed over here. One is the controller not switching on. So that may be the reason there is no power supply is going to the coming to the controller. There might be a fuse blown off of my controller. There might be no water in the sump, or it might be due to the faulty level sensor or signals to the cables. So there is a faulty signal cable. So because of all these reasons, there may be problem in the controller is not switching on. So the remedy for this one is that check the supply, whether supply is coming to the controller or not. If it is not coming, check and replace. And next one is check the water level in the sump, whether it is water is filled in the sump or not. So if it is not, then fill the water in the sump. So next is switches on but turns off after few minutes. The switches are going to be on, but it's going to turn off after few minutes. These because mainly the reason is that the motor or pump is not working properly. There might be water is not reaching the tank because of there is a foreign bodies which are obstructing the pipeline, or there might be a dry run sensor dislocated. Okay, because of these reasons there may be switch is going to be on, but it's going to be off after few minutes. So for this one I need to check the motor or pump, and later we'll check the water flow to the tank. If it is any foreign materials are deposited, then clean it up and check the motor and pump, and check and fix properly, and check and replace for that one. So next is switches on but malfunctions. Switches on but it's not properly water is going to the, and it is not properly working. Malfunction is going to be happening, it's not working properly. So that might be a reason. It is the reason because of faulty sensors or a signal cable, or it might be due to the faulty motherboard. So because of the fault in the motherboard or fault in the sensors, the signals are not coming properly, or because of the motherboard the signals are not going to be operating properly. So for this one, check the sensors. If the fault is there in the sensor, replace the sensor, and if it is a fault in the motherboard, then or any mislocation of the any electronic device in the motherboard, then properly soldering out and check it and rectify. So what is the procedure to check the automatic water level controller or connect the automatic water level controller, wiring up of the automatic water level controller? So first thing, if it is not working, dismantle the water level controller kit, check the power cord cable condition with the test lamp, whether power cord cable is giving supply to the properly or not. Okay. So later check all the parts of the controller unit and sensors by means of multimeter and test lamp. So we need to check all the parts of the controllers properly by means of a multimeter as well as the series test lamp, so that if any fault or any faulty part is going to be find out, then replace that faulty part or repair that faulty part. If it is a fault in the sensors, we need to replace the sensors. So replace the components which are not working properly. Either you can do the repair or you can replace the faulty equipments. So after doing all these things, we need to assemble all the parts of the water level controller kit, connecting all the sensors to the controller as we shown earlier in the pin diagram, where first 2 pins are connected to the supply, next 4 pins for the sump tank, and next 4 pins to the overhead tank for a low, medium and high, and last 2 pins for the motor connections. So we need to connect as per the circuit diagram has been given. So after that, connect the floating sensors to the automatic water level microcontroller kit, and we have to check whether it is running properly or not by turning on the motor automatically when the water level comes down below the low level of the overhead tank, and the motor has to be automatically switched off when the water level completely fill then the maximum level, that is a high level. So that is the condition of the automatic water level controller. So next is place the floating sensors in the lower and upper position of the upper tank. So next thing is that not only connecting the sensors to the microcontroller, we need to place the floating sensors lower and upper position of the upper water tank, and if you are using a sump also, you need to place the floating sensors in the lower and upper position of the sump. So next is connect the water pump to the controller kit through the single phase connections. So connect the input valve to the lower tank and output valve to the upper tank. There are 2 valves in this one. So one is input valve, one is the output valve. So connect the input valve to the lower tank and output valve to the upper tank of the water pump. So connect the supply mains to controller kit and observe the conditions. So what we need to observe is that whenever the water level in the upper tank is come down below the low level, automatically the motor will get switched on for the supply, and when the water is filled above the maximum level or more in the high level, or it is reaches to the high level, then motor will automatically stop. So this is how the automatic water level will control. So after all these things the students will be able to understand the operation of the automatic water level controller and float sensor, how they are going to work for the different conditions when the water level reaches below low level and above high level. Identify different parts and components of the automatic water level controller unit, which are the different parts which are going to be associated with the automatic water level controller, and they will be able to diagnose, find out the fault in the automatic water level controller, which part is a faulty part, and how to repair it and how to replace it, and how to give the suggest suitable remedies to troubleshoot the problem. This is how the automatic water level controller troubleshooting has to be done in the practical. So thank you.